Hello viewers, my name is Tony Wanjala Mlati and I am a teacher by profession. Welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is an introductory course to computer programming featuring Python programming language. It is ideal for those that are new in this field of programming. Now, Python programming language was created in the year 1991 in the Netherlands by Van Goeder-Rossum. Python programming language is the most popular programming language in the world on account of its simplicity of its syntax. Consequently, the applications of Python programming language cuts across many fields, including but not limited to data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, web development, automation, education, science and research, and the corporate world in general. In this tutorial, we shall set up the environment from which we shall operate our code, be able to write our code, and be able to run our code. Next, we shall create our very first program using the inbuilt function known as print. Lastly, we shall create variables and be able to assign values to those variables. So, let's move ahead and see. Now, in our case, we are going to use the command line or the terminal as our environment. Now, this is Linux. Okay, in the command line, we are going to type there Python 3 because this is the latest version that we are going to use. So type there Python 3. Python 3. After typing Python 3, press enter so that we get into our coding environment. Now we can write our first program. You can write our first program in the shell using the inbuilt function known as print. So type print, then parentheses. That function usually has parentheses. So that is the parentheses. Now, whatever we want to get displayed shall be inside the parentheses. Now, in this case, we are going to type in a string called hello world, and all strings are supposed to be embedded in single quotes or double quotes. In our case, let's use a single quotes. So that is the single quote. The single quote. The string that we want to be embedded in the single quotes is hello world. So let's type that one, hello world, hello world, hello world. Now that's the last single quote. Now that is our function that is complete. The print function. So whatever that we want to be displayed is inside the parentheses. And is a string called hello world. And all strings, as I said earlier on, they are supposed to be embedded either in single quotes or double quotes. Now our function has the keyword print. Now let's run our function and see what's gonna be displayed. Now to run our function, you just press enter. So when you press enter, that will be the result, hello world. So our function, our print function has been executed, and hello world is a result. Now let's move on. Let's move ahead and create variables. So the first variable that we are going to create is variable A. So type A. Let's assign it a value. Let's assign it a value in spacing. Assign it a value. You can assign it number 2. So number 2 is a value assigned to A. Assigned to A. So we want this operation to get into the memory of our program, so that our program knows that 2 has been assigned to variable A. So we do so by pressing enter. So it's now in the memory of our program. Okay, now let's create another variable. Let's give it a name like B. Let's also assign a value to it. So spacing, then equal sign, spacing. Let's assign it number 4. So number 4 is a value assigned to a variable B. Number 4 is a value assigned to our variable B. Now press enter. Now we want to create another print function. And use a variable A in the function, so that whatever that A is containing shall be displayed. Now, as we did earlier on, print parentheses, then inside the parentheses, let's type in the variable A. So let's try to run. Let's run this function, print function, with variable A as the argument, and see what shall be on the display. So press enter. So the moment you press enter, 2 is displayed. So what does that mean? That means that when we run this function, print function, with A as an argument, then what's gonna be displayed is whatever value that A is containing. Whatever value that A is containing, and in our case it is number 2. Let's run let's create another print function. So print parentheses, then inside parentheses, let's type in a variable B. So when we run this function, what's gonna be displayed is a value that our variable B is carrying, or the value that our variable B is containing or storing. So let's press enter. So when we press enter, number 4 is will be on the display. Number 4 will be on the display. Now, meaning that when you run this code, print with B as the argument, what will be on the display is whatever is a value that is contained in our variable B. Now, one thing that you should take note of here is that when you are using when you are using variables inside the print function, you don't include single quotes or double quotes. Just type in the way they are. But when you are using a string like for example, hello world, you have to include single quotes or double quotes. So the string has to be embedded in single quotes or double quotes. Now, next thing that we want to do what we call swapping. I'm very sure you've heard of swapping. For example, when your SIM card gets lost, you consult the Safaricom service, and they do swapping for you. So you can as well do swapping of values. Can do swapping of values between variables. So we want to do a simple swap here. Okay. Now, to do that, we are going to create a new variable. Let's create a new variable. That variable, we can give it the name var. Can give it the name var. Variables are supposed to start with small letters, so you don't use capital letters. So our variable is called var, and this variable var, we want to assign it a. So a. So a has been assigned to a new variable called var. So what does that mean? That means that whatever a is referring to, or whatever is contained in a, is what var will contain. So whatever value is in a is the same value that will be in var. That is what that statement means basically. Okay, let's press enter. Now let's assign b to a. We want to assign b to a, so that the value contained in b shall be given to a. Now, how do we do that? Type a, variable a, spacing is equal to spacing, variable b, Let's press enter. Okay. Now, because we want to do swapping between a and b, we can say that b spacing equals var. So this last statement, what does it mean? It means that the value of var, which is the value of a, will be assigned to b. That is what it means. Then here, a equals b means the value of b shall be assigned to a. So swapping has been done. There is an exchange of values between variable a and variable b. That is what essentially means. Okay. Now let's proceed by pressing enter. So we can try to ascertain that. So let's print a. Let's use a. to print whatever current value is in A to see if swapping has been done, swapping has occurred. So we are going to use our print function. So print, then parenthesis, then inside parenthesis, type in A. So let's see the results. Now press enter to run the function and to run that function, that code. Now when we run the function, the display is 4. So that means that swapping has taken place, because that means that currently variable A is carrying 4 as opposed to the first case, because in the first case A was carrying the value number 2. The variable A was carrying 2, but after swapping, A is now carrying 4, or A is now containing 4. Let's check what is inside or what is contained in B, variable B, after swapping has taken place. So print parenthesis, then inside parenthesis type in B. Let's run this program and see. The display is now 2. Now this is simple. So thank you very much for being attentive in this lesson. So in the next lesson we shall use a Jupyter notebook to do the same, because there are different environments from which you can write your code and run your code. This is a command line or the terminal, the Linux terminal. Can also use a Jupyter notebook. Apart from this, you can also use IDE, which in full means integrated development environment. And a very good choice is PyCharm. PyCharm is a very good and an ideal IDE from which you can run your code. You can also use text editors in the terminal called Nano text editor, where you can write your code and be able to execute. Thank you very much. My name is Tony Wanjala Mlati, and I'm looking forward to meet you in the next lesson. Thank you very much.